Clint Eastwood has had a long and varied career, spanning some 6 decades, in which he has clocked up over 40 acting credits and 74 directing credits to his name. In this series of videos, I'm going to review what I would call his essential films, in no particular order. They include Eastwood's war films, comedies, thrillers, and the genre that he is most associated with, the Western. I begin with the movie that was instrumental in creating a new genre, the loose cannon cop character, who gets the job done despite the rules, in 1971's Dirty Harry. So named because...
Now you know why they call me Dirty Harry. Every dirty job that comes along.
Originally, the film was heading to TV movie oblivion, until it was deemed too violent for network screening. And eventually Warner Bros. Picked it up and soon gave it to Eastwood, whose involvement gave the project a much needed direction. All the excess flab from all the rewrites was jettisoned, and the original script was homed into a taut thriller that we see today. The plot revolves around Scorpio, a psychopathic sniper / kidnapper, played superbly by Andrew Robinson, and San Francisco police inspector Harry Callahan, played by Eastwood, as he attempts to stop Scorpio from blackmailing the city of San Francisco, initially through a sniping scheme.
If I do not hear from you, it will be my next pleasure to kill a Catholic priest or a...
Until Callahan's interference forces Scorpio to switch to a kidnapping scheme. Firstly, by burying alive a kidnapped teenager.
Double-crossing San Francisco police made me do this. Now ransom $200,000 and used 10s and 20s.
Callahan is given the task of delivering the teenager's ransom, with his new partner in tow, Inspector Chico Gonzalez, played by Rennie Santoni.
This is how we play. I bounce you all over town to make sure you're alone.
Eventually end up in a public park. And then, at the climax of the film, kidnapping a bus of school children.
God, all your mothers are gonna die in Oxnard City! I'm gonna kill all your mothers all over the rest of you!
Before these events, Callahan's no-nonsense, tough character is established during a prickly interaction with the mayor.
Report, what have you been doing?
Oh, well, for the past 3/4 of an hour, I've been sitting on my ass in your outer office, waiting on you.
And a set piece where he single-handedly stops a bank robbery. And in doing so, sets a through line to Scorpio's dramatic finale.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
In one of cinema's most...
Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself.
iconic scenes.
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Back in the park, Callahan is brutally assaulted by Scorpio, whose psychopathic tendencies have overtaken his reason.
I've changed my mind. I'm going to let her die.
And Callahan only manages to escape death by using a hidden knife, alongside Gonzalez's interference, which results in him being shot. Later that night, after a tip-off, Callahan catches up to Scorpio in brutal fashion, in an iconic scene shot on a shoulder camera to create a sense of menace underpinned by Callahan's unorthodoxy as he fires his .44 Magnum across a school field, and then sets about interrogating / torturing him for the kidnapped teenager's location.
Where's the girl?
I have the right to life, right? One life.
whose body is eventually found at sunrise. After medical treatment, Scorpio was released back on the streets due to Callahan's disregard of his suspect's rights.
Does it say you've got a right to kick down doors, torture suspects, deny medical attention and legal counsel?
Which at the time, the plot mirrored American society, which was embroiled in civil rights protests that reverberated throughout the judiciary. Knowing full well Scorpio hadn't finished with his schemes,
This guy, he's gonna kill again.
How do you know?
'Cause he likes it.
Callahan openly follows him around until Scorpio, in a brutal scene, pays a professional bone breaker to beat him up and lays the blame on Callahan. Now free of Callahan's interference, he steals a weapon during a vicious robbery.
Please, I scare easy.
And ransoms a bus full of school children,
I've got 7 kids from the Barton Street School.
setting up the climax of the film when Scorpio's gamble on the 6th shot ends poorly for him. The film was directed by Don Siegel, whose efficient directing style doesn't waste any of the 99 minutes runtime. In fact, throughout Eastwood's career, Siegel's efficient directing style and tight production became Eastwood's professional stance. This cinematography by Bruce Sturtrees gives the film a cinematic scope that reminds me of Sergio Leone's Beautiful Dollars Tapestry, which is aided by Leo Schifrin's superb soundtrack that complements Siegel's film. The inevitable Dirty Harry sequels are okayish to a point, but it was always enjoyable watching Eastwood playing Callahan once again, and of course play the character solidify his global superstardom. That said, Dirty Harry remains a tentpole movie for Eastwood that over the years has gained critical and audience approval, which has cemented the movie into classic status, and more importantly, an essential Clint Eastwood movie. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and click on the notification bell for new content. Until next time.
Oh no, you lift that hand once more, and I won't let you know where the girl is. Do we understand each other? Huh? Do we understand each other?